So today we are going to be discussing something very much important.
Very important.
Very much important.
Very much.
And that for the first time, I believe.
Yeah, this
So-
is our first podcast.
First serious podcast.
First serious podcast.
So you might have seen us, both Usher and I, to making videos that are mostly for entertainment purposes or mostly related to sports.
Yes. Huh?
But yes,
Okay.
exactly. The last video that we've made was a fitness vlog.
Yes, exactly.
We're going to be discussing something that is related to the common issues that we human beings at larger scale are facing.
Which is climate change.
One of which is climate change. So what basically are your opinions about climate change, Ashir? क्या आपके क्या तासरात हैं?
So climate change is real. It is not a joke. Climate change पिछले decade से हर month and हर year बढ़ता जा रहा है. It is a very slight thing और हम इसको इतना notice नहीं करें. But now, yesterday it was 46 degree और रात को it was raining. This is because of climate change. और within next 20-30 years हमारी जो water की shortage हो जाएगी, floods, each and every disaster we cannot even imagine, it will come. अभी तुम बताओ.
Very good point discussed. So, the interesting and fascinating thing is that most of the youngsters of Usher's age are not aware of what exactly is climate change.
Not my age, most of the people in
Most of the
Pakistan.
people in Pakistan, even if they know, they do not try to curtail
Exactly.
that the ongoing disaster that we are witnessing.
And according
right
to
now.
the news, Pakistan will be the top 10, one of the top 10 countries
Exactly.
which will get damaged by this climate change.
Very good. We have accumulated much of the data, and you'll be listened to. You'll
Astonished.
be provided a very good amount of knowledge in this video. I hope so. So, what were you discussing about that exactly? That on one side of Pakistan we see that there are severe droughts,
Exactly.
and on the other we see that there are flash floods. So climate change is real, as Ashir has said. So how climate change is basically affecting our lives? People are losing their jobs.
Exactly.
People are cash strapped.
Or their wealth, homes are getting flooded.
Absolutely, homes are getting flooded. People are, losing their lives.
Bro,
basically.
shortage of food.
Shortage of
Because
food
of
is another-
flood, the agriculture system of Pakistan has decreased.
Very good.
And in the last 20 decades,
Hmm.
it is always gradually decreasing,
Hmm.
and you don't even know.
Hmm.
But some of the people know that
So-
Pakistan is an agriculture country.
Absolutely.
We are getting
Pakistan.
60% of our wealth and income from agriculture.
Excellent. So Pakistan is basically an agrarian economy, and a lot of food supply is basically dependent upon our agriculture. And what happens in climate change is that certain changes in temperature, that is global warming, or sudden rise or sudden drop of temperature affects crop growth. And when the crops are affected, food supply also is directly proportional to it. It gets affected as well. So Ashar has rightly mentioned a very good point here. People will be, deprived of basic life amenities.
Exactly.
They will not be able to pursue food
Obviously.
and shelter as well. So what do you think? What are
And
the
some
ways?
of the regions will not be, their people will not be able to live there
Mm.
because of the temperature.
Exactly.
A single
ice.
temperature.
Yes,
sorry.
please. Yes,
No, you can talk.
Okay, so I was referring to electricity production,
The pure water
the pure
is
water,
wasted.
exactly, pure water is wasted that way. Apart from all that, there is this threat to natural habitat as well. When there is this sudden climate change, glaciers are melting, and on the other parts of the world there is this severe
Cities are
extreme
become
heat
deserts.
as well. Cities are becoming deserted. So, not only the lives of humans are affected, but the lives of plants and animals are also affected as well. What are the ways that you can think of to curtail this menace that we are having right now?
I think we should less use carbon materials.
Good.
The use of plastic should be limited. तो अभी हम बात करते हैं सिंध की. सिंध में एज यू नो कराची है. और कराची में अभी आपको राइट नाउ हालात पता है क्या है. फ्लड्स, पीपल आर क्राइंग एंड यू नो इट इज़ अ कंप्लीट डिजास्टर. कुछ बोलना चाहोगे? You want to add some?
Yes, why not? So, Karachi is such an area which has been devastated by the recent floods that we have, or everybody you have observed as well. तो कराची का सबसे बड़ा मसला ये है कि there is this bad governance in Karachi, and that bad governance is basically because of plethora of reasons. Uh, Government funds, there is this lack of funding, then there is this lack of local government administration that is not administering Karachi.
इसमें एक और पॉइंट भी मैं ऐड करना चाहूँगा कि व्हेन 1947 में जब कराची आप लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया, यू प्लान्ड इट टू मेक अ वेरी बिग सिटी जिसमें पूरा हब है, इकोनॉमिक हब है पाकिस्तान का. देन कांट यू इवन प्लान अ गुड सिस्टम जिससे आपका फ्लड और ये जो सीवर सिस्टम है ये आपका सही हो पाए.
So, very good question. So basically Karachi is Pakistan's not one but the biggest city of Pakistan, and rightly so. It should have been made such a city which should have generated a lot of revenue, but right now what is seen in Karachi is that it has totally been changed into a place which only brings casualties. Casualties. There is this loss of life because of many reasons, but climate change is the most prominent one of them all.
You can say in winters it becomes a swimming pool of the people.
This is very much unfortunate what is happening in Karachi right now. I was actually watching a video where one of the person was being interviewed by the interviewer, and the interviewer was asking him a question. They were in the middle of the water, and that person was weeping, crying out loud and saying that I have lost my mother, my father and my 2 siblings because of those floods, and now I'm unable to find them. So this is the agony and the plight that the people of Karachi are facing right now. What do you think, what are the ways that which should ensure, or which should at least try to comfort the people of Karachi? Can you come up with any of the ideas? Do you have any solutions, rough solutions you can say?
It's rough solution यही हो सकता है कि the government is the only hope for the people. कि they should foresee them that they should not get any casualties, and if such disaster happen, they should be the one who is helping them.
Okay, so good, very nice, but when PTI was in power, Imran Khan decided to give a lot of money to PPP and to other parties that are existing and are in power in Karachi, because in Pakistan we have this, after 18th amendment there is this power given to local government as well. So but still, in spite of the fact that they were given money, administration was not to be found. Putting on fancy lights is not administration.
The funds which were given by Imran Khan's PTI were not given for the Karachiites. It was given for the people of the administration, so that they can get their kids out of this place and take them out of Pakistan, so they can live a healthy and a good life.
Exactly. This is the first thing that one thinks of, because absolutely right, you're very much right. Where is that all the money gone? It is gone into the pockets that are that are ruling, or basically the administrators. तो कराची से भी अभी आप आजकल बलूचिस्तान में देख रहे हैं, the catastrophe that has struck Balochistan as well, flash floods that are happening right now as we are talking, as we are making this video. There is this loss of lives that is happening in Balochistan, but no serious concrete measures are being taken by the government. Do you think so, Ashar?
Yes, the government is just only here to get their pockets full. Even though they have a lot of money, but still they are greedy. देखिए आपको ये चाहिए कि जो इंसान ऐश कर रहा है अपने घर में बैठ के लिविंग इन पंजाब इस्लामाबाद में इन्होंने एक बड़ा घर लिया हुआ दे शुड नॉट बी गिवन द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कंडक्ट और एडमिनिस्ट्रेट द पीपल हु इज सफरिंग इससे अच्छा है कि द पर्सन हु हैज सफर्ड जिसने ये दर्द देखा है उसको एडमिनिस्टर करो ताकि ही कैन फील द पेन ऑफ द पीपल
that is debatable because Imran Khan's biggest exponent, so-called exponent, Osman Buzdar. He took Osman Buzdar from the ruins. He was supposedly Imran Khan's right hand because Imran Khan was very much vocal about him and repeatedly on many of the platforms said that I have made him the CM of Punjab because he belongs from a very downtrodden area. But still, he was lagging behind in governance when it came to governance. So this is also something which is debatable.
जो इंसान आप रूरल एरिया से लेकर आते हो it doesn't mean that he has suffered. क्या पता he was sitting in his home enjoying his life doing nothing. कोई भी इस तरह का हमें बंदा नहीं चाहिए रूरल एरिया से जिसने जो भी अगर आ जाए और ये कंडक्ट करें कि ही इज फ्रॉम रूरल दिस इज ऑल एडवर्टाइजमेंट इंसान को वो डालना चाहिए जिसने सफ़र किया सफ़र से मुराद जिसके क्रॉप्स हु इज गेटिंग पुअर हु इज डाइंग फ्रॉम स्टार्व उनकी फैमिली हैज लेफ्ट हिम ही कैन नॉट गिव मनी टू हिज फैमिली दे कैन नॉट ईट समझ आ रही है
एग्जैक्टली
इन लोगों को चाहिए कि इनको ग्रूम करें ताकि जब ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में आए ऐसे ना हो कि अगर उन दर्द तो समझ सकते हो लेकिन यू कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग चाहिए कि एक बंदा लाए उसको पहले ग्रूम करे फिर उसकी जो बैकग्राउंड है ही शुड हैव सफर्ड यार ऐसा तो नहीं ला सकते देखो रूरल एरियाज में कितने लोग हैं इमरान खान भी तो केपीके में किसी रूरल एरिया से ही बिलोंग करता है ना बट इट डज नॉट मीन ही हैज सफर्ड
Okay, so Asher's point basically is that a person should be brought from an area who should know how it feels, how it means to govern and serve well and to serve the people entirely. So I got the point of yours, and it was a very valid point, so to speak. The recent appointee, not the recent one, the last appointee, the Minister of Climate Change, an intriguing thing that I'm going to be sharing it with you and with you as well. So when Imran Khan was in power, the climate minister of Pakistan was Zartaj Gul. The female
I know who can't even speak English,
who can't not speaking
who doesn't
English
even have a sense, bro.
Speaking English is something,
and you're telling me she is climate change, what is she?
Climate change minister.
She's a minister for climate change who cannot even speak English, who thinks that coronavirus has 19
because there will be many of the people who would say that okay, speaking English is not important. No, it is important. Why? Because you are the minister
deliver
on the biggest platforms
to the biggest platforms
like
United Nations. In United Nations में आप क्या उर्दू में जाके बोलोगे कि मेरा मुल्क खराब हुआ है
exactly. Okay, so
you cannot deliver because they cannot feel your pain in your language. You have to deliver it in their language so that they can feel it.
Okay, so exactly, this is also a good point, but I was actually telling you an intriguing thing about Zartaj Gul, that she, in spite of the thing that she was a climate minister, did not knew that what exactly the COVID-19 in the 19 in COVID-19 stands for. She was asked in the parliament that what exactly is COVID-19. So she was stated saying that the 19 is basically 19 points of COVID-19. This is the academic and knowledge level of the politicians of Pakistan. May it be a politician of the PTI or may it be the politician of PMLN. They are totally not concerned with good governance. Do you agree upon it, Ashik?
Yes, they are only concerned about filling their pockets, as I have said earlier. They only want to live a lavish life. They don't care about the families dying.
Okay, so Ashir, we'll be having certain discussions about politics as well, but right now coming straight to the point of ours, how many YouTubers do you know? You are also a YouTuber. yourself, so you might be knowing and you might be watching other YouTubers as well. How many of the YouTubers or the YouTube community has raised their voice to, bring into light the the issue of climate change among the masses?
According to my knowledge, in Pakistan there are only two YouTubers. One is Junaid Akram and Irfan Junejo.
Right, very right. So we both actually watched the
Yeah.
video of the Irfan Junejo,
Exactly.
and we liked it really much because he
Concerned.
advocates, he is concerned, exactly, and Junaid Akram as well.
Yes.
But other than that,
All the social influencers are also here to get money. It's all about the game of the money.
so
If don't get the money about climate change, they are not going to make a video.
absolutely, very much right. So basically, we are living in a capitalistic society where
Exactly.
everything is totally concerned in making revenue, generating
Making
revenue. So the people, the YouTubers that we all watch,
Hmm.
we are not going to be hiding their names as well. We are going to be explicitly saying them. Ducky. There are the YouTubers such as who?
Shavir Jafri.
Shavir Jafri.
Even Muru, I expected Muru to be the
Exactly,
one.
exactly.
Yukhano.
Yukhano, exactly. So Yukhano actually made a video when he was in Denmark about climate change, but
Yes.
that was something token video. He did not raise his voice. That video was solely made out of the purpose that he wanted to visit Denmark.
Exactly. He just wanted to visit Denmark because it's point of interest for Denmark. And
Exactly.
the people who's watching, they also want to see Denmark. They don't want to see climate change videos. As you can see from the views, Yukhano has more views, almost 1 million views on that video.
Exactly.
But Irfan Janejo can't even reach 500,000.
Exactly. So the good content always lags behind the quantitative content and the content that is basically
Entertainment.
vulgar or based. Entertainment is important. It is a part of life. I'm not against it. It is the soul of life basically. But what happens is that when you become an influencer, in your words,
When you say that you are an influencer and you have a tag of influencer in Instagram, then it is not your job. ये तुम्हारा ईमान है कि that you have to save the lives of the people.